And while city leaders insist public safety is their top priority, we could see a significant drop in first responders on the streets tomorrow. Fox 13 Steve Kiggins live now with that part of our team coverage. Steve?
Yeah, David, that's what some first responders are concerned about. We've spoken with police officers and firefighters with decades of experience here on the street who are convinced tomorrow they're going to be out of a job. And when they leave, they're going to be taking with them priceless training and on-the-street know-how that the public depends on.
If someone calls 911, there will not be significant impacts on the response.
That's the promise by Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan. The Seattle Police Department is already dealing with dwindling numbers of sworn officers on the beat. The risk a mandate could drive those numbers down at one point was a serious concern, but not anymore, says Durkan.
We're in much better shape than we thought we would be because so many people have done exactly what we've asked them to do.
Mayor Durkan says as of today, 90% of SPD sworn officers are in the process of becoming fully vaccinated, and about 24 employees have not submitted paperwork declaring an intent to vaccinate or request for exemption. But this officer says he's been with SPD for 20 years, and he's ready to risk losing his job to avoid getting the vaccine.
I feel that if we lose this battle, if they are able to mandate the vaccine, what's the next step?
The Seattle Fire Department says 93% of its staffers are in the process of becoming fully vaccinated, and about 16 have not yet declared intent to vaccinate or request exemption. But 16-year SFD veteran Josh Gibbs emptied his locker last week after learning his request for religious exemption was denied.
I'm very angry, but I'm trying to hold it together for my family, and the bittersweet part is it's ending here, where it started.
Seattle Fire Chief Scoggins says it hurts to lose talent like Gibbs, but insists a vaccinated staff protects the city and those who call 911 for help.
We may lose some folks, but we're confident that we're going to be able to get a unit out the door and respond.
A couple dozen, Steve, that doesn't even, they're not even counting the people that have put in for exemptions.
But the Seattle Police Officers Guild says emergency response times will suffer, claiming the real number of SPD officers who could lose their jobs are much larger than city officials claim.
But sadly, this mandate will remove, quite frankly, over 100 officers right now as it stands. And for us, that's unacceptable.
Now, Mayor Durkan's office told me in an email it can't really comment on SPOG's numbers. It says it has no basis on any information on the numbers that they're using, but they did point to the citywide vaccination rate. They say Seattle is one of the country's most vaccinated cities at 85%, and the mayor's office touted saying, look, the Seattle city employees' vaccination rate is at 99%. We're live in Seattle, Steve Kiggins, Fox 13 News.